Hello my friends, I'm Roxanne. This is White Cotton Quilts. So today we're going to talk about specialty rulers. So there are a ton on the market right now, and I'm going to talk about the ones that I have purchased and the reason why I purchased them and why I think that they are just the best rulers in the world. So we're going to touch upon just a few of them today. I'm not going to go into too much of depth on some of them because in later videos I will be going into depth on how to use some of these. So we're just going to touch upon these real quick. So the first few that I have for you are ones that I have actually, oh, there it is. I've actually been watching the videos by this lady for years, and you know, after doing it the old-fashioned way and making the blocks this way and the different methods that you can make these blocks with, I have found that using these rulers are just they're just a great tool to have in your repertoire per se of things that you can do and things that you can use to get you the most accurate blocks. Because let's face it, guys, we all know that the first thing that you want to do besides your accurate pressing and besides your accurate cutting and besides your accurate sewing, the best thing you want is you want an accurate sized block. So I have found that these are the best way to get that accurate sized block. You know, with the minimal amount of fuss. You know, there's other methods out there that will get you that accurate size block, but I'm one of those people, I want to do it, get it done, get the quilt done so I can move on to the next one, because we all know that our bucket list of quilts to do is huge. So let's touch upon a few of these that I find were the most helpful. So number one, these are all by Studio 180 Design. This is a shameless plug for their tools. I am not getting reimbursed for this in any way. These are just ones that I have found that work for me and I love them. So the number one is her Tucker trimmer. This is the first one. There is a second one. I just bought the first one because I needed the sizes on it. And let me tell you guys, they're awesome. So each one of these, each one of her rulers comes with a booklet and shows you step by step on how to use it. This trimmer has been a lifesaver, especially since I am making another version of my chain effect quilt. So when you're making hourglasses and you're making bird in the air units like these, you're gonna make them big, trim them down, and it's minimal amount of waste, guys. Minimal amount of waste. So I love this. So this one is, like I said, the first one. So it goes from the smallest being 1.5 or 1 inch, it does a 1/2 inch units. So on the 1 inch units, it goes to 6, and then the 1/2 inch units, it goes to 6.5. So awesome sizes. Works for what I'm using. I have already put little stickies on the back of it to keep it from shifting when I'm cutting. I love this. Okay, so the next one is I discovered at a quilt retreat. I discovered the wing clipper. So so when you're making your bird in the air units, once again, this does come with a booklet, tells you what sizes to cut the strips, what sizes to cut the squares, what sizes to make everything, and then you do them 4 at a time and you trim them down. So here's the trim down. Left-handed, right-handed, doesn't matter. Really super easy to use. Everything comes out absolutely perfect. I recommend this one as well. So this one does, again, it does multiple sizes. So you can go as small as 1 inch, guys. Can you imagine a 1 inch flying geese? Oh my God. So the smallest it does is 1 inch. Then it goes to 5.5 inches wide this way and 10.5 this way. So you can get some really big units out of it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Makes it accurate. No more trying to find the point of the goose and measure. No, it's absolutely wonderful. The next one that I absolutely love that I found recently, and when I was researching how the best way to make a block, like I said, for the chain effect quilt, the best way that I could teach somebody to make a square and a square unit, you know, with the minimal amount of no paper piecing. Paper piecing to me is a waste of fabric, but that's personal opinion. You can do whatever you want, but to me it's a waste of fabric. And it's a waste of time because you're printing and, well, yeah, waste of time because you're pulling papers out, and you're also wasting paper, by printing all of those paper pieces. I mean, come on guys, save the environment. Why are we still doing this? But anyways, that's personal opinion. So this one is her square squared. This is sizes 1 inch through 6 inch. She does have a big square squared, which I have right here, and I'm going to show you guys in a second. So this is the smaller one. It's awesome. It comes with a booklet. You can also get technique sheets on all of these that will give you sizes and how to use it and what blocks you can use it with. Awesome, awesome unit, awesome project. Comes out absolutely perfect. So, you know, I mentioned the square squared last because I have the large square squared. Now, the large square squared, and I will show you here right now. Don't need that one yet. So your large square squared is for use with like making pineapple blocks, or mine, I'm using it for a large square and a square. So it comes, here's the sheet that comes with it. Tells you how to use it step by step, how to line it up, how to trim off, what sizes to cut, all that good jazz. But you can also buy, like I said, her technique sheet. So here's her technique sheet. Gives you step-by-step directions, and then you've got this cool chart on the back. The reason why there's this chart is if you are going to do a square and a square and a square, it gives you step-by-step. So you're going to go, what size is it going to be finished, and you just follow along for the cutting and sewing. So here's the large square squared. It comes in 2 pieces. So don't flip out when you look at the price, guys, because you are getting 2 tools plus the booklet, okay? So you are getting part A. This part is going to tell you what strip size to cut for the center square. And it's going to give you the first round on the outside. That's what it's going to give you. The B part gives you that second round, and this helps you trim them up. So this one gives you the first round, this trims it. Then you go back to the first one and trim, back and forth like that. So you can see these are absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. And I got them for a specific reason, guys. So if you've been following my Instagram, you know that's where a majority of my posts and my information is going to be. I'm not on YouTube so much. But if you're following along on my Instagram, you know that I am going to attempt a Storm at Sea block. So traditionally, Storm at Sea units are done paper piecing. And I just said I don't like paper piecing for those reasons. So the next best thing is to do Deb Tucker's way, use her tools without paper piecing, trim it down. I've already done a sample block. It's just sample out of scraps, and I want you guys to see how accurate these came out using her tools. So there you go. This is a sample Storm at Sea block. And you can see we have a square and a square and a square right here. You can probably see it. I mean, look how perfectly those points came out, guys. Look how perfectly these points came out. Absolutely wonderful. And then, of course, you have your Diamond Rex tool, which is typically paper piece. There are other methods out there to do it, but for a beginner, for someone who wants to do these typically hard blocks and typically using paper piecing and they're not sure where to start, guys, look at this. Look at how nice these points came out. They came out absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then, of course, your final one right here is a large square square. So I use the large square square tools to do this. And once again, you can see, I'm sorry, guys, but the proof is in the pudding here. I've done many methods. And these they're awesome. Give them a try. I know that right now with everybody, price is an issue. Trust me, I totally believe that. So if you can't purchase all of them at once, do just a few. To me, if you can't purchase all of them, the one I would purchase that will be a lifesaver for you, it's going to be the trimmer. Either get the A or the 1 or the 2. Get the trimmer, guys. This will help you with your half square triangles. Now, typically I am a fan of the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer for trimming up half square triangles. That's typically, but if you're going to do hourglasses and you're going to do bird in the air and you're going to do special units like that, this is the one to get right here. And believe me, get the technique sheet. You're going to want to spend the money for the technique sheet. So this one right here. But if you're going to go all out like I am, and I am going to do a Storm at Sea, and I'm doing it in Tula Pink, guys, so stay tuned for videos, because every step that I do with this quilt, I will be doing a YouTube video on it. So right now, let me show you. There's one other tool I want to show you before I move on. I've had this in my stash. This is, once again, Deb Tucker's. I've had this in my stash for probably a good 10 years, because I've been wanting to do a Storm at Sea for years, probably at least 10 years, back when, and I've been quilting since 96, yeah, a little, yeah, I mean, it's off and on, but I mean, seriously quilting, doing it just about every day of the week, started in 2006, but I mean, I've been making quilts off and on since I was little. So anyways, I've had this in my stash because I knew I wanted to make the Diamond Rex piece. I knew I wanted to make a Storm at Sea, but I didn't know how to go about it. So I've had this in my stash for a while. This is her Diamond Rex tool, and of course I used it for the diamond in the rectangle right here that you can see. It came out perfect, guys. This tool is her tools are absolutely wonderful. Yes, you're making it a little bigger. The scrap is minimal. Trust me, scrap is minimal. They turn out perfect. Absolutely perfect. Love this tool. So, as I said, I am going to be starting this Storm at Sea as soon as my fabric comes in. I already have this designed. I'm going to change this hopefully to the ladybugs and then everything else. I've already got the squirrels in the blue background with the purple. I have the yellow ordered. It's on its way. I'm waiting on it. I also ordered the yellow deer. I have the purple background coming. It's on its way. I'm just waiting for it. So as soon as it comes, as soon as it arrives, here's all the colors that I've ordered. It's all Tula Pink. Of course, you know me, Tula Pink. It's all going to be Tula Pink. So I'm just waiting for that for that notification saying it's been shipped. And as soon as it arrives, then I'm going to start on the cutting of these units and start working on making the quilt. I am going to take you along every step of the way. So when I'm making the square and the squares, you guys are going to be right there with me. When I'm making the Diamond Rex, you're going to be right there with me. And so you get to see these tools in action, and then you're going to understand why I think they're so great. So, like I said, as soon as those arrive, I'm going to get on it, and you'll have some more videos to watch on that. So that quilt is actually going to be my entry for our local fair this year. So I do a quilt in the fair every year, and this is going to be no different. I usually do like animals or something, but this time I'm going to mix things up a bit, and I'm going to do the Storm at Sea. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you were here. If you like this content, please, please, please go down and give me a follow. Be sure that you are following my Instagram. So that's whitecotton_quilts. Be sure that you are going to my website. Go to whitecottonquilts.com. Sign up. Maybe even purchase yourself a pattern like this one right here. This is block 1 of the chain effect quilt. Block 2 I'm working on. I will have pictures of it on the Instagram soon, but this is block 1. Awesome, huh? So join me there. Get your hands on one of my quilt patterns. I guarantee you they're going to give you stunning results, and if you're like me and you want to enter them in a fair, go for it, because I guarantee you you're going to love how they turn out. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. I will see you in a future video where we start cutting into this fabric and getting into the Storm at Sea quilt. Bye.